We've all heard that millionaires have, on average, 7 income streams, and in the past few years, the idea of multiple income streams has gained popularity. Decades ago, the main idea was to just get a high-paying job, a nice career, the one stream of income. That obviously worked out for most people, but since the money supply has drastically expanded in the past few years, and the value of fiat currency has gone way down, the standard career path hasn't worked out like it should have for many people, hence their need to look for other income streams. My last video went over the 15 income streams that I will most certainly have in a few years' time, and I made a video about 1.5 years ago now that went over more than 20 income stream ideas. But I figure I'd make this follow-up video to explain why hunting for numerous income streams may not be the best idea. I'll start with the main reason why various income streams is a good idea though, and that is not becoming reliant on one stream of income. Duh. Many people have fallen victim to the mass layoffs around the globe in the past few years. And in most cases, that job was their only source of income. So, they're in trouble. In my case, if I lost my main full-time career job in accounting, I still have my part-time job, my stock trading, my YouTube AdSense, sports gambling, interest income, maybe a few others to fall back on. Okay, cool, but are these aforementioned income streams really a good backup plan? Would I really be financially safe if I lost my main job, despite having other streams of income? Well, that's where the idea of this video comes into play. Why various income streams may not be the best idea. Do you think my part-time job and interest income pays anywhere near enough to replace my main job? Nope, not even close. My main job pays $80,000 as a base, $90,000 if you include retirement funds and miscellaneous other stuff that they pay for. My part-time job pays around $32,000 per year approximately as a base, $36,000 when you add up all the retirement fund benefits, staff discounts, extra shifts, etc. My interest income pays upwards of $600 a month, and it's only this high since I have so much sitting in there pending for my real estate investment. Income like dividends also fall into the same category as interest income. It only pays a lot if you have a lot invested in the first place. Guess what? I'm 28. Yes, I have a nice nest built up, but it's nowhere near enough to live off. What about my YouTube income, my business income? Well, my AdSense doesn't pay me much at all. I have no sponsors, no affiliate links, no brand products, except for channel memberships, which there is no point in paying for right now since I'm not in a position to do anything with that right now. And even then, each video costs me money. The ad revenue from each video isn't anywhere near enough to cover the cost of what goes into each video. What about sports gambling? Oh yeah, 'cause that's a smart idea. Live off betting on random shit. That's a totally stable income stream, hey. It's a nice supplementary income stream if you do it right, but no way is this something you should try and make a living off of. Same goes with stock trading, a nice bit of side income. And I know some others do it for a living, but I haven't had enough practice to turn this into a living, nor do I want to. And even then, it's unreliable, not stable, not the best. What about real estate? In a prior video, I mentioned how my rental income will exceed my minimum mortgage repayments, so I could live off rental income, right? Well, the profits aren't that high. Again, nice supplementary income, but not something to totally live off, at least not with only one property. And even then, this income stream isn't even up and running yet. It's well on its way, but it's still not ready. So this is why I have always said, a career is the main move, businesses are risky. The most successful type of businesses I know around my region are businesses that required some career experience first, such as working in the trades. Okay, you've done your time, completed your apprenticeship, etc. Now you can run your own sparky business, plumbing business, carpentry business, etc. Same with professional services. You worked in big law/big accounting, engineering. Now you can run your own business in that field. There's no real huge conglomerates in my area since it's not a major capital city, but I'm sure if you lived in Melbourne or Sydney, you'd run into some big corporate fat cats with their 8 to 9 figure businesses. But in my region, most good businesses would hover around, I don't know, $80 to $150,000 in profit per year. So even if you want to do a business, you'd still need to spend time along the traditional career route first, since that's where you gain the skills and experience required to run a successful business. The other businesses that require no formal training, such as starting your own YouTube channel, are super saturated. Yes, it's doable, but it's not likely. Look at me, for example. I'd say I know a good amount about stocks, taxes, real estate, the labor market in general, example, resume writing and job interviews, nutrition, human anatomy, done pretty well with the gym myself and building my finances, amongst other shit. And even I still don't have a profitable YouTube channel. Maybe it's the way I make videos. Maybe people generally don't give a shit about what I'm versed in. Maybe I need a blessing from the algorithm gods that I won't get because my views go against the mainstream agenda. Like, I'm pretty sure my channel is shadow banned. My channel doesn't even pop up when you search for its name. You gotta scroll a bit to find a recommended video of mine. But anyway, if I have all those aforementioned skills or traits or unique value propositions, whatever you want to call it, and even I can't rely on a business for income, what hope does your everyday Joe? Well, I'm also an everyday Joe, but I seriously doubt there's many others out there who've got a diverse range of knowledge like mine on various areas. So that leads me into this point. Focusing on your career will likely provide you a much greater return on your time/investment than the other income streams I've listed. I'll use myself as an example. So $80,000 base at my corporate gig, this far exceeds any of my other income streams. Even if my house was built now, I could be getting around $250 per week per spare room. I used a smaller example in my other video, but it was more so just to be conservative. Getting $250 per room should be no issue. So that's $750 a week. Since I have 3 spare rooms in my house, $750 times 52 weeks equals $39,000. Not even half my career income. And that's with a big-ish house in a nice-ish area, and it doesn't even include my mortgage repayments. And keep in mind, you can't just go and buy real estate willy-nilly. There's a lot of processes involved, and you need good income and a good down payment in the first place. Where do you get this money and this income amount? Yep, from a career. You can't even get real estate without a good career in many instances. Not even businesses can get it this easy. Check this clip out.
Bank as well. Oh, yeah, you're right. Everyone gets paid before you. One thing that really frustrated me was how much easier it would be for my staff working under me to get a mortgage than me as a business owner.
Basically, the business owner had more trouble getting a loan than their employees, despite them being the ones paying the employees' wages. Not sure if that's how it works overseas. I think it works like this in America too. But here in Australia, it's literally easier to get a home loan if you're an employee who makes $100,000 rather than the business owner whose profit per year is $130,000. Another point for your career, it makes it easier to get into real estate. And if you secure your shelter, that's most of your costs sorted. Look at this comment from a Millennial Steen video, which is like a doomer type channel. I sussy stuff from time to time to gain other perspectives on life, but this guy says if he didn't have rent, he'd be fine. Rent is what kills him. Yep, exactly. So if you had no shelter payments, you'd be fine, which is exactly what I've done with my house. The rental income exceeds my mortgage repayments, and likely even covers insurances and taxes too. I'd be living in my own house for free, but this is only possible due to a combination of good career, working 2 jobs, saving a huge ass down payment, savvy investing in terms of real estate, and finding a good rate. But that's not the point of this vid. So to summarize the whole side tangent, income from a career makes the rest of your life so much easier. Anyway, $80,000 at my corporate gig, and I'm actually underpaid for my market skills. My exam results come out very shortly after the time of uploading this video. If I passed, I basically have my CPA qualification. I need to be signed off on experience first, but I already spoke to my boss about this. He'll sign off on whatever. For all intents and purposes, I'll be done. I have the elusive qualification. This opens so many doors for my career. So many higher paying roles are now not so out of reach from my career. Even so, $80,000 for someone with 5 out of 6 CPA units complete is still kinda low, even in my region, which isn't high cost of living, but it's not exactly very low cost of living either. I've mentioned this in prior videos, but I've had job offers in the past that paid more, but I chose to stay at my job for the purpose of my overall life. Things were trending in the right direction. Why change it? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Also, it was a safer bet for real estate since they want someone with a steady income stream. If I recently changed jobs, it's not a terrible look, but it's not the best either. So if I had job hopped, I could be on a base of like 95,000 right now. And with the CPA license, the door is now open for roles paying 120,000, 140,000, even more. I'm 28 now. I'm probably 3 years behind where I could have been if I had done things right when I started uni. So in my eyes, my career age is 25. If I really grinded out various certificates / improved various skills in accounting, I'm sure I could get those big-ass finance manager roles within the next 3 years. Which means, at my career age of 28, I could be on a $140,000 base. But I'm not. My reality age is 28, and it gives me a career base of $80,000. So that's an example of how focusing on a career path gives you higher income, much better than focusing on numerous other income streams. This also isn't to mention if you had gone down the route of the Big Four, the senior manager and director salaries get pretty damn good, let alone partner. That would be an example of really honing in on the career, but that would be all I do if I went down that career path. No real estate investment since I'd be too busy working 80 hours a week. I'd have either a 2.5 hour commute each way from my parents' place, or I'd have to rent / buy an apartment, which would sap the money required to make a decent investment on land. But I'd still probably net end up with more money than I would otherwise. I'd have no time for gym, no YouTube time, no stocks time, but I'd be making considerably more. Yet another example of how focusing on a career is a greater income stream idea than the others combined. Anyway, in the coming years, I'll stick to my current path. There are a number of things I have planned for now that my CPA is probably all sorted and all done with. On screen now are a bunch of more, I suppose, major tasks. Like I have other stuff like changing my bank account, submitting a different Australian government documentation to Google in order to gain access to my old AdSense account, which has got like $78 stuck on it, new gym routine / diet plan, bunch of small random other stuff that's like either recurring like gym or a small one-off task. But these on screen will take more time. The blue squares indicate the career stat. As per my brand, each color represents a different stat in the game of life. You'll note I have a few for the career stat. Once I've completed these, my resume will be officially stacked. So I'll work on those, get my real estate sorted, then I'll decide if I want to move anywhere. We'll see. I'd move anywhere as in move jobs. Depends on how my employment at my current place is going at the time. So these career stat increases will provide a greater return on your time, since they'll allow my salary to expand. I mean, maybe the stock trading becomes super efficient and I'm able to get some really, really good returns, but chances are the effort involved in the career-related stuff will pay more. So, which income stream pays more in this case? Work on the career stat that would allow my base salary to grow from $80,000 to $120,000 at least, or the work on my investor stat that will allow me to annualize a 20% return on my investments? Well, depends on how much you invest / play with, but if you're me, this won't be that much money, since I also play things a bit safer. So focusing my attention on the career income stream provides the greatest returns. The real estate investment also won't work without a solid career either. But as it stands now, I've spent the last 4 years grinding away at both jobs, staying the course, all while keeping the gym train moving, getting better and better at swing trading, starting a brand slash YouTube channel, learning the real estate market, but all of that effort could have been spent absolutely spamming career related upgrades, and that could have resulted in a much higher base income amount right now. But I didn't choose that path. Why? Because the diversified grind. Yes, a career income is by far your greatest income stream, but if you totally grind away at your career, that's all you'd really have to show for yourself. I don't know about you, but I actually like being more well versed in many topics in the game of life. It's fun having a YouTube channel and sussing stock trades and knowing what all the finance content creators are talking about. Yes, those are other income streams that would be nice to grow, and they wouldn't replace my full-time job income, but it's still a better life in my eyes, rather than just spamming accounting specific stuff. Obviously, the argument exists of diversifying your income in case you lose your job. If you have a stable career, not necessarily the job itself, I think you'll be okay because you'd get another job in your career-related field. But if not, then it makes sense to try and work up some other income streams. Even if I made $30,000 a year from YouTube and stocks combined, assuming my real estate covers itself, I could live off those income streams easily. Not very lavishly, of course, but your boy has cheap taste. I also suppose that the time I spent in the past few years getting other income streams up and running instead of grinding at my career, the extra income from these streams could supplement / make up for any lost career income. Example, if I did in fact make $30K a year from stocks and YouTube and I made $110,000 base at my career job, a total of $140,000 is achieved. The same way I could be on $140,000 if I worked hard at my career instead. Except in this case, I have more tax deductions available to me due to my business, and I'm more diversified with my income. So maybe I did make the right choice by spreading my income streams. Now, I don't actually make $30K per year from stocks and YouTube, so at this point in time, it's ended up as the lesser result and the lesser outcome, but I have faith. I believe in the future that this endeavor has made my life easier and more fun. Also, I did grind away at my CPA during these past 4 years too, as well as growing in my role at work, so it's not like I only did side hustle stuff. But if I had done stuff like job hopping, I could have been on a higher base income amount. I did fail a CPA exam twice, which set me back a year, but I believe I would have failed this even without stocks / YouTube / the second job, since that exam was harsh. And I go on hiatus during my exam periods anyway. So those were some thoughts I had on various income streams. Recently, it hit me like a wave of how much more income I could be on if I had done things differently. But the choice was mine. I decided to both diversify my life and play it safe in terms of my real estate loan. I ultimately believe I made the better choice, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel some type of FOMO. Yeah, I make $126,000 to $127,000 a year. Pretty good money for my area and age, but that's across 2 jobs, working 7 days a week, and it includes retirement fund benefits. My main job is $80,000. I could have been on at least $95K, maybe even $105K right now, approaching $120,000 very shortly. But then what? I'd just be a good accountant. No clue about markets. My physique would have been shot since I would have been focused more on work / study. No savvy real estate plans. No fun brand. Just a workhorse. I was at the gym the other night and it was pretty quiet. But out of all of the guys there, I was by far the biggest / leanest. That was a nice feeling, but I would have never had that feeling if I had really grinded out my career. But then you have people on a base income of $120,000 who don't give a shit about being a gym rat. There's heaps of different paths in life. This wasn't meant to end up in a side tangent about the choices in life, so I'll rein it back in. Your career is by far your greatest income stream. Yes, there are risks with putting all your eggs in one basket, but the effort you put into your career far exceeds the returns you get on focusing on other income streams, providing you pick the right career. Diversifying your income streams can be a good idea to hedge your bets against layoffs and a bad economy / labor market, but the other income streams usually won't make up for your career job. Hence why most people who get laid off end up doing something like Uber Eats, and they don't do stock trading or YouTube or sports betting. Those sources of income are meant to supplement and complement your main stream of income, not replace it. I myself could have been a bit further in my career, but my life has been more so a bow and arrow effect. It's taken longer for the trigger to get pulled, aka the burrow was being pulled back a lot further than most others. But now that CPA is done, YouTube is underway, stock trading is underway, land/house is progressing, my gym routine is really pumping, I'm going to fly past heaps of other people despite the fact that they're further ahead of me at this point in time. I believe I made the right decision of diversifying my income streams, but that doesn't change the fact that, in most cases, focusing on your career provides the greatest returns. Do you agree? Do you prefer to focus on your career or spread out all of your income streams? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. That is all.